What's up, everybody? It's Mike back at Final Fantasy 15 for our new series of Solo Sundays. Or whatever we ended up calling it and do. But it's Mike here with Tree's Company. Yeah. Continuing my Final Fantasy run, but today is going to be a little different. Because I'm going to actually try to talk more and talk about stuff. I know, shocking. Like, wow, he's gonna actually try a thing? It's crazy. Yes, today is going to be a very weeb-filled episode, because I am going to talk about anime! Yeah, because I am actually a very big anime fan. And I might need to tone the NPC talking down real quick on this. Yeah, so I am the big anime fan. Because I was sitting here thinking, what can I talk about? What's a good thing I can talk about for a while? And I was like, you know what? I've been feeling anime heavy. You know, fuck this guy. Lately. I was like, you know what? I need to turn all this down, don't I? There we go. So Rob's an anime fan too. I'm kind of the one that goes hard on it the most. Watched some of the more not as mainstream stuff. But I really only watch dub, so my list of anime I like is going to be limited because I do in fact only really watch dub. I love to appreciate the animation and not just sit there and have to read the whole time. Even if I will eventually get better at it, I refuse to watch sub and practice reading subtitles. But in my thinking about what today's episode is going to be about, I was thinking anime, and then I was kind of trying to write some notes. Like I actually trying to get myself a little bit organized. And it turned into pretty much decided to talk about like my top 5 anime and kind of why I like them. Not necessarily saying these are like in order of from 1 to 5, but definitely saying that these are all up there, and it would be a harder breakdown to do because number 1 is actually just the entirety of the Gundam series. Because I could make a whole list on just which are my top Gundams alone and everything like that. So, but I'm just gonna kind of say Gundam, as a franchise in general, is my number 1 anime. Big shocker to anybody who's actually knows me or somewhat veteran of the channel that's been handed out a couple times that I do, in fact, love me some Gundam. I've got a bookshelf full of models. I'm not like going so far as to airbrush them and whatnot, but I do put some of the detailing and stuff on, and I've gotten recently into the master grades, so I'm rookie modeler, but am a pretty big lover of Gundam. And I mean, my introduction to Gundam was basically first Gundam Wing when it was on Adult Swim. You know, when I was being brought up as the Wii Mike. That's pretty much what I was growing on. Was a lot of these things on the list are actually going to be from my Toonami Adult Swim days. So the first one's Gundam, and a lot of these break down into Gundam Wing, but kind of the overall general. Right, so I have to break this blockade. That's right. Remember how to actually get in there. So I just love Gundam because I mean I'm an engineer by real day job. And so, of course, you know, while everyone goes, "Oh, Iron Man," I was always like, "No, big. Get the suit, but make it bigger. Do a mech. I love me a mech. I'm just fascinated with the mech and the robotics and the whole thing. on Gundam and everything. I mean, a big giant fucking fighting robot that you pilot. Like, how can you really argue with how cool that is? It's just awesome. But I do love it when Gundam breaks down. It's got a lot of different themes. It's got lots of different stuff it explores. I really like. It's kind of hinted at a lot with Gundam Wing. They kind of went heavy into it with like the what is it to be a soldier. You know, it gives you, you still fight even though you don't want fighting to end, or do you just have that love of fighting, that military, that like what you do is what you're doing wrong compared with your orders, or do you keep orders? Do you disobey them? That whole aspect, they really did a good job kind of exploring that in Gundam Wing, I feel.
We launch our ambush, pushing out while support pushes in, crushing
but
the enemy from both sides.
Of course, kind of one of the main things is there's Gundam series that don't really do like the psychic abilities, kind of like Wing. See, Blood Orphans kind of had it, but it was kind of more mechanically based, and Wing kind of had more mechanically based. The little science fiction kind of stuff that went in there was all kind of like due to like a system that was built more than just like evolution in space, like like the traditional Gundam, or like the God, I'm blanking on it, the one with Kira, Gundam Seed. Not unlike those ones where they're kind of like hyper reflections and some vague psychic ability stuff. I like these. I'm kind of rambling and off subject and everything here, but so the main point of it is I do really like the what happens if we were to break out into like space colonies. What were we to move off planet? What would happen? And then I think it's absolutely, of course, we would. Alright, just had to dodge there. No, fuck this guy. Get out of here. Quit shocking me. Ah. Yeah. Okay. Whew. Ah. Oh, damn. Fuck that guy up. But, yeah, I'm thinking it's obvious that there would actually be war. There would be the people that move to the space colonies. The Earth would think they're superior, or the other way around. And you would absolutely have this whole, like, superiority thing and just turn into, like, a human civil war. I think that's 100% true. And what would happen? You would just end up getting these space battles between a fractured human society. And then the other aspect of it was kind of like the evolution, like I was saying, like with the traditional and Seed and everything, where it's, you're in space, your mind's gonna think in, not necessarily, it's still gonna think in 3D, but you're still gonna have that weightlessness to you. That's gonna change how your brain perceives movement and everything, and kind of your instincts might sharpen. It really might. I don't know if you'll move faster because you weightlessness, because there's still going to be the artificial gravity, but you're going to be more working in that element of what would that do to you. I don't know about the psychic abilities, but I could see some like enhanced, I would say just like enhanced speed and everything. Like, but maybe your bones would deteriorate. There's a lot of studies I think now that happens with the astronauts on the space station. Like their muscles and everything deteriorate because they're just not being used. They're not under the strain of gravity that whole time. So it's like, how are we going to adapt? It would probably be something more. Ow! Ow! Help! Help! I'm too busy thinking about Gundam. Okay. Fuck you. Fuck you. Okay. Fuck you. I'm trying to talk about anime. You bastards.
Otherwise, you'd only get in everyone's way.
Could have gone it alone if I wanted.
That mentality could prove your undoing, Highness.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta friggin' break this thing free. Okay. Oh, where was I? Yeah, it's like I just don't know what would happen. I find that stuff interesting. That how would we evolved going into space, and that's kind of, but I think it's interesting, but it's not the make or break or like the whole part that I like. I like how Wing was kind of like they kept it more grounded, even though of course it's, you know, children being super soldiers. There's only so grounded it could be. But I did like how it's like, you know, they ended up creating a system that, like, it's almost like an AI that could perceive the future kind of stuff. And even they even went into the AI debate in Wing with the dummy mobile suits, you know, and it ended up being a, you know, men versus machine stuff. The machines and the robots and the AI seemed like they were just so much better pilots, but then and that even kind of united people against the colonies because there's just this huge thing. And it's just really cool. Fucking speaking of mechs, I'm about to have to fight this motherfucker. Oh, fucking Metal Gear Solid on my ass over here. Boing. Man, those are some really fucking good shocks. Those are like standard car shocks he's got on that bitch. Ow. I need to level up before doing this. Fuck this. Fuck your missiles in particular. Ow. I need a warp point. I need a warp point. Ugh. Come on, I need the big hit. I need the big hit. Big hits. Come on. Ow. I need someone to hit it with lightning. Oh, I didn't prep myself to have magic and lightning, did I? Ow. Fuck that guy. Where's the point? I need the point again. Okay. Ow! Fuck you, sniper. Fuck you, sniper. Gundam discussion will proceed momentarily. Fuck off. Ah, what you mean that doesn't kill your own man? Okay. Ah. I don't have a fucking... Come on. Come on. Quick, 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 quick. Do the Tempest thing. I got circular saws. Fuck. I wanted to look badass, and I ended up getting smacked. And I'm out. I got low on fucking health now. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I love that whole AI versus them, and it kind of reunites the people. I love the
Till next time.
pacifism versus like how you have to fight for pacifism kind of stuff. How they're two, you know, spoilers. How Miliardo, and this is again Gundam Wing, Miliardo and the lady. God, I can't remember her name at the moment. I say I'm a fan. How they are from the same family, from the Peacecrafts, and they both believe in total and complete pacifism, but the one of them believes in, like, you know, the big powers should make,
Out here once you get used
uh,
to it.
Still a lot we haven't seen though.
you know, make a symbol, make a statement by demilitarizing themselves first, you know, put the nukes away first. You know, it'd be like if America and Russia said, we're destroying all of our nukes, trying to show, like, hey, we don't need this stuff. We can coexist. We don't have to fight, that kind of things. And then the other guy's like, fuck that. You know, if you want total pacifism, you have to have a common enemy. You know, he's like, I'm gonna be such a fucking bad guy that everyone will unite to defeat me and then stay united in the fear that someone like me will come back. I will take on the mantle of the ultimate bad guy, and then he does the, you know, stereotypical Gundam try to drop a colony on Earth kind of thing. And I love that, you know, and the kind of the unity that brings the traditional stuff. It's like traditional Gundam, how Amuro kind of just like the unity with them all trying to stop the colony from falling. You know, the Zeon and Imperial on like Char's counterattack and all that. I just fucking love Gundam. Truly and wholeheartedly do. Alright. Whew. Well, and in order to, you know, just a matter of not making this a too long of a video, I'll move on to number 2. Let me see at my list here. Let's do one that's not from Tsunami and Adult Swim days. Oh wait, cutscene. Huh.
And what of the elusive ring?
Eluna Freya has absconded with it.
Find and kill her.
Look at all the
The
people.
ring is the final piece.
That's the final piece.
We may do well to
Oh, there's the
the six
big old MIDI Lance chick. Yeah, see, talk about anime and just look at all these absolute anime characters here. You don't get much more anime look than these fucking people right now. Like, oh, look at her! Look at her in the back! How is that armor protecting you? You got your giblets right out.
Lord Raven,
Don't matter, anime.
the Imperial Army is now at your disposal.
I was in the
A moot
sky.
point.
I'm gonna build a Death Star, you emperor. I just noticed that he kind of
My men and I
sounds
will
like a guy
continue
doing
our
an
search for
Emperor
the
Palpatine
Priestess
impression.
Oracle.
So glorious.
He's kind of doing a Voldemort impression.
Crystal.
Oh, glorious! I wanted the ring that lived. A money cadabra. All right, so anime that wasn't childhood, wasn't Adult Swim Tsunami, one that I discovered and absolutely fell in love with. It's like high school or college. I did was the Magi series. Yep, they had the Sinbad one on Netflix. I believe for a while they had the 2 seasons on Netflix as well too. And I've been meaning to read the manga because I really want to know kind of the whole story. But I freaking love Magi. I just think it's fun. I love the series. There's some seriousness to it. I love the message, but I think it's also just it can have some really funny moments too. Like the dude, like fucking Alibaba spreading his ass cheeks for that girl. Oh, that meme ran around for a while. That was fucking hilarious. I actually don't really like the main character like Aladdin that much. Like you know, the voice acting in the dub, you know, it's a girl doing a young boy, even though he's like, he's a magi or whatever thing. He's not my favorite. I love Alibaba, and I, of course, love fucking Sinbad. Sinbad is just plain awesome. I love that he is he's like the best leader. I love that he is like the strongest in the whole world, and I like that, and that he's not the main character, and that he has like running his own country stops him from going and helping all the time, or the fact that he's just a lazy, you know, like Key West attitude kind of piece of shit that just goes sleeping in the road occasionally, and then just gets this all his shit robbed, and he's like, don't worry about it, I'll find it, and I'll be here in time. I wasn't paying attention. We'll go to the Chocobo post, I guess.
Sure. Let's check it out.
But I absolutely love it. I love the concept. I mean, there's some blue boobs in it, so you can't be wrong with that with the genies. I love the magic. I love how they introduce the magic, the little butterflies to it. Just kind of that whole world building. I love the fact that, you know, it's like Alibaba and Sinbad and those and Aladdin, and there's some like, you know, fairy tale and historical like characters to it. I don't know what I'm doing. I really like all that stuff. It does a really good job. Kind of keeping it interesting, keeping it fresh. You know, Alibaba's got his backstory, some of his stuff that's paid off really well. Aladdin does kind of like, he does grow. He's not just like the annoying kid character the whole way through, because this, like, the second season is heavily on him going to like that magic school, and you can see he's still obsessed with boobs, but I mean, we all are as we get old, but he does actually develop. He's not as silly. He gets a little more serious, a little more responsible. I like it. I love the slave girl that's like, it's kind of like a love interest, but it's also kind of like just like, I'm so thankful to this dude for getting me out of the slavery trade, and her accepting her chains, and that turns into like, you know, her tool for the powers and magic of flight and everything. Like, her chains turn into wings so she can fly away. I thought that was really cool, really good. It's a shame that it, you know, didn't get more seasons. So I really liked that show. I even thought the Sinbad on Netflix was pretty good. I kind of wish it got more seasons to see more of like how he turned into. You first meet him in Magi. Been really cool. Oh shit! Now I gotta pick what I want to do. No, I don't want to do that. Let's do some side quests. Fuck that guy. His New Jersey bullshit accent. Fuck it. Yeah, let's do a mystery map. Let's see what. There's not much left to say about Magi. That was just a guilty pleasure. I just love it. I love the opening. I love I just love everything about it. It was another one of my top 5. It's basic bitch answer, but Full Metal Alchemist is always a great choice. And that one, you know, Vic Mignogna as Ed, always great. I think, you know, Cowboy Bebop, and, you know, I think most of the anime world agrees that one in dub is like peak. Like, it's better than the sub and the native Japanese. You know, I think the same thing with Full Metal Alchemist. I think the dub was so fantastically done, and I can concede a lot of things are better with the Japanese. I just don't like the reading part. But I think that the dub of that was fantastic. And slightly more controversial opinion, I kind of liked the original more than Brotherhood. Don't know why, I just did. I thought there was just a little more like something to it. I know the final boss I thought was actually pretty good. Like the whole, you know, homunculus was the mom that he brought back and has the destroyer. I thought that was all really clever.
You could try going to bed at
And just kind of, you know, you're the big baddies is the thing that you made through your greed of wanting to see your mom again and all the sacrifices you made. Then you finally can have to like confront that. I thought it was really good. And there was just kind of it was a little more serious than Brotherhood. Brotherhood had a lot more like comedy moments, which were good, but I did like the little bit more serious Full Metal. And just plus their rendition. Fuck this cat. Don't you, no, fuck you, cat. I'm not fighting you. God, because you're so assholely, annoyingly strong for no fucking reason. But, yeah. Plus, you know, Full Metal Alchemist written by a girl. Ooh, so everyone can approve of it, or whatever. Didn't actually know that till like a year or two ago. But I love the alchemy in it. I love the Philosopher's Stone stuff. That it is kind of based in truth. There was a lot of rumors about that kind of stuff in the reality of alchemy. Although alchemy was more just like chemistry, I freaking loved how they portrayed it. Ah, God, I just want to go up there for I don't know what reason. I'm looking for scrap. This hit? What is this? It's a high elixir. That's it?
Doesn't look like treasure. One bit.
It looks like a map, or part of one.
Oh, it's part of a map. That's right. Oh, God, I don't think I ever actually like beat this part in my first playthrough. Let's see, yeah, I love the freaking equivalent exchange, all this give and take, all the themes. The badass powers are great. Good old Alphonse.
Then lose the jacket.
Oh, just hilarious. Just the little boy and the big giant thing. The fact that Ed doesn't really grow because he's missing an arm and leg. Once he gets them back, he suddenly just like gets tall again. I thought that was great. Of course, Winry, always great. The fucking president dude. Oh God, with the eye patch. Oh my God, I missed that voice actor. That dude was one of the greatest of all time. That guy was fucking awesome. I loved him as Pride, I believe it was. That was one of my the reveal of him being Pride was, I think, one of the greatest ones. Him as a villain in general. But I do like him more in Brotherhood because they use him more in Brotherhood as a thing. I really, really liked him. I liked Greed. I liked Greed more in Brotherhood, but until it became the whole Wu Fong guy, the Asian Chinese dude who like took in Greed. That part, it kind of was like, I could have done without that part. Although the messaging at the end was nice. But of course, Mustang and God, the guy who's obsessed with his daughter. I can't remember him at the moment. Always good. Always good. In both versions. Let's see. Alright, I think that's enough with Full Metal. I think everyone, there's not going to be a lot of debate in the comments about that one being good or bad. Alright, so we're here on 4. There's actually 2 of them because they're... And I like them for the same reason. So that's why I kind of wrote them as 4. That's why I said this isn't really like a top 5 anime list. It's just kind of like the ones that I wanted to talk about. Because, I mean, Cowboy Bebop isn't on here, but Cowboy Bebop deserves to be on here. See, I love those, you know, kind of redemption story ones. The brother that, you know, had a dark past, was like, you know, slaughtering people, pretty much evil, mercenary for hire, stuff like that, and then he's going on like a redemption arc, and turns into like a quirky, funny dude. And of course, by that I mean Rurouni Kenshin, another raised on Adult Swim. I freaking love Rurouni Kenshin, but another one that has a very similar beat through, but kind of like Rurouni Kenshin meets Bleach, is Noragami. And that one I watched, I was introduced to and watched like very early into college. And I love that too. I love those idea that this dude, like Rurouni Kenshin was the manslayer, and in Noragami, Nato was like a war god, stuff like that. And they've done these terrible things, and you know, their suddenly thing happens, and they finally snap and decide, like, you know, I'm not gonna be this anymore. And I really don't want to do the frog thing. Yeah, no, I'll do the frog thing.
Let's hope it'll be edifying as well.
How did you manage to talk?
And then they go on this redemption arc, and like, you know, they keep, you know, no one takes them seriously because they turn into goofy characters. But when they're like, hey, no, you gotta fucking listen to me, you have the girls that, you know, can see it and everything they're involved from and see that stuff, and like there's, you know, like Rurouni Kenshin has the young boy dude who wants to be a swordsman. The Noragami, they have the young boy who's literally the sword, and they all just like, they, you know, they acknowledge like their skills, but they also don't take them seriously until like shit gets real, and then they have to learn their lesson and be like, oh fuck, I need to listen to this guy. Like, this guy's badass, he knows what he's talking about, he's seen some shit, he's done some shit. I really like that. I always find that interesting, you know, and no, everyone likes a good redemption story, a good underdog, a good everything, and you know, like Kenshin uses, you know, the reverse blade sword, so he's not killing anybody. He's just like, of course, you know, if some of the things they were doing in that show, where he's like, oh, I just moved at the speed of sound and hit you with the blunt end of a sword. I'm sorry, you're still fucking dying. I know they kept people like, look, he didn't kill anybody until like those couple times he got serious in the series, but no, if I hit you with a blunt side of a sword at like Mach fucking 10, you're dying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rurouni Kenshin. I know you pride yourself on that whole nonsense, but it's a fucking sword. If I hit you with a big metal stick hard enough, you're gonna fucking die. Yeah, and then the fucking boss with the fire, dude. Yeah. Oh my god, that was dude. That was one of the greatest villains of all time. I love that fucking dude. Like, all his nerve endings burned off. It doesn't feel any pain. Just wrapped in the bandages and has to constantly get like cooled down all the time. Oh, that's great. Like, Rurouni Kenshin does a really good job like showing these classic like anime badass characters, you know, and then but really exploiting a weakness, you know. Do a really good job just being like, yeah, no, if you fight this way, so fucking course I'm gonna do this because it's your weakness. Like the dude who's got the big ass fucking sword and just punches stuff the rest of the series. He uses his strength against him. You know, like, I think, didn't he pretty much, I can't remember how he beat the fire guy. Didn't he just burn him? You know, all these robot bitches here new too. God damn. Fuck off. Prompto, you can do your thing. Although I don't like them. Yes, do Mark. This one. Prompto's poison. They're all poison. Jesus Christ. You bitches stop being poisons. Jesus fucking Christ. God damn. It's like 300 up in this bitch. The Persians brought their dogs. God, it was such a good fight too, and then these guys fucking came and ruined it. I was into it. Now I have to talk. Now I have to concentrate on the fight. Fuck you. Meanwhile, people are just dead. Prompto, you bitch ass. Buddies, just fucking there. Just do it. Jesus. Ah! I am trying to heal people. Thank you very much. Enough. Why are you level fucking 12? Ah, shit. He died or got up. Fuck, I don't have any antidotes, do I? Alright, Jesus.
That was a close one.
Too close for comfort.
I'm comfortable just being alive.
Okay. I'm still poisoned! Ooh, makes it all blurry. Alright. I love Noragami for similar reasons of Kenshin. I love the silliness of it. It made some good memes for a while. I do kind of like the Bleach aspects of it with those big spirits that he does. It's kind of like the guy thrown into a character thrown into the spirit world instead of it being the main character. It's like the love character. Oh, that's good. Oof. Just looked at my recording. Looks like it might be choppy a little bit. Oops. We'll see how it comes out. I apologize, audience, if the visuals on this one aren't that great. But I'm not going to start over because I can't remember everything I already said. Just stop trying to make me do that initiate thing. Again with this shit! Just... Alright, come on, get his ass. This, oh, he's already dead. Just kick him while he's down. Ow. You can get him about tempest your ass. I should have got you while you were down. I just want a picture of a frog or whatever this is. Just want a frog. Agnes, make me do a thing. Because he's the only one that was alive? Okay. Alright. Fuck you that I can't just drive the car down here. Hit, yeah. Alright, where was I? Ah, fuck it. Noragami discussion over. Just go watch it. It's good. 2 seasons. Second season not as good as the first because it focused heavily on the big boob lady. Nothing wrong with big boob ladies, but her story wasn't as interesting as the main guy's is. Okay, let's see here. What's the last one? This one is kind of unknown. Again, it was, Adult Swim, Toonami. I can't remember what times, what year. But I remember growing up on it, and it was kind of like, the brother and I managed to stay awake while the parents went to sleep for some reason, and then we were able to sneak down, or they just let us sit there and we would watch anime. Because I don't think they weren't ever awake long enough to see anime starting to play. So God damn it! No, you know what? No, fuck it. I'm not fighting you. Ow, get out of here. I'm not doing it. Fuck off. I'm not doing it.
Rock and roll.
Oh shit, it's turning to nighttime. Okay. just want the fucking frog. Well, I hate the fucking frog missions. I gotta catch him. That's what it was. Fuck. Ah, shit. Oh. Oh, it's just one of those. Okay, we're good. Fucking frog. Is it nighttime? They're not gonna be here? Ah, God, I can't remember. Yeah, I know demons come out at fucking night.
Yeah, don't keep my sister waiting.
I don't know where a fucking campsite is. I don't want to fight a demon. Fucking hard. Just quit splashing out of the water and making creepy sounds. God, is this really all this episode's gonna be? Is gonna be looking for fucking frogs and talking anime?
Take care you don't hurt it.
I got one. Okay, yeah. So the obscure one from Konami days, it was Trinity Blood. If anybody out there, anime connoisseurs, knows that, has seen it, also loves it, then you are a true,
Try not to squash it.
you're a true bro, true fan. Fucking vampire with the guy when he has like fucking crucifix, whatever. The vampire that drinks the blood of other vampires. Why? Who wouldn't fucking love that? Great concept. But it's like the church is fighting vampires. It's kind of like a Hellsing, but there are very close Hellsing aspect stuff. Except they don't turn the main lady character into a fellow vampire. She just turns into like a vampire slayer. The lady, your boyfriend or something, and her priest or something becomes a vampire. No, she meets the guy on a balloon. I can't remember. But the girl who eventually becomes like a... Shit, what are the penguins? The female monks. What the fuck are they called? Nun! She becomes a nun, god damn it. Yeah, she becomes a nun. There's the fucking robot priest who just shoots shit. It was great. The crucifix guy is like, in his human form, he's a crazy nutty... Oh no. I need to find shelter. I need to not be here. Ah, fuck. Sure. We'll come out with frogs later. Yeah, he's once again like, you know, he's the goofy main guy. No one takes seriously. He's just a sweet old priest man that allows him to get through a lot of stuff. And then vampire attacks, and then boom, because he was turned into a fucking vampire that kills vampires through a weird like, science experiment thing, and it was like that part was kind of weird. It was just like a machine in space turns him into it. So he like, you know. He turns through percent, like he'll only do it like 15%, and that will like kick most vampires' ass. Like 30, just like absolutely destroys tanks and shit. And it was just that one was just badass. I don't even know like I can't remember the themes of it and remember what happened. I just remember fucking loving it, and it's badass. I've been meaning to rewatch it. I love that he looks like, you know, Satan. Pretty much when he's doing stuff, he's got big blood red scythe thing. But then the main bad guy, who's like his brother or his friend or something, who went through the same experiment, when he turns, he looks like an angel, but he's actually the bad guy. So it's like, it's just cool that it's like, you know, the turning on its head kind of stuff. The bad guy looks like a demon, or no, the good guy looks like a demon, and the bad guy looks like an angel. I do love that. Like, can I call the regalia back over or something? Thought that was a thing. No? I don't have that yet? Shit.
Ignis, we're going. On my way.
Oh, back to walking simulating. But I love that, yeah, I think Training Blow was just great. Oh, maybe that's a series we can abridge. If anyone knows a good thing to abridge, put it in the comments below, because we've been thinking about it for a while, but we haven't found a good show to do. Which actually, the one thing I did try bridging back in like high school, college, when bridging was still a thing, popular, I actually did another obscure anime that a lot of people don't know about. Fucking Dot Hack. That one also has a special place in my heart. Not a lot of action Dot Hacks, a lot more talking than a lot of stuff. But it's like it's one of the, if it's not it's one of the most original stuck in a video game animes, you know, before fucking Sword Art Online was a thing, or some of the other ones. And the reason why you got stuck and people like falling into comas, I don't know if they died. I think people may have died from the coma, but it wasn't like dying in the game to whatever. It was like certain monsters or enemies would kill you and you'd like fall into a coma. But it also had like the headset VR aspect to it. You know, it laid a lot of ground to the whole stuck in a video game trope. And I thought that one was really good, really interesting. You know, even that one, like plot twist, the spoilers. If you haven't seen it, it's like the main character in real life ends up being like ends up being a girl, even though he plays a male character and stuff. And it's just like he's just a lonely dude who's just, or girl, I guess, that just couldn't make friends in real life or virtually, even though people still gravitated towards him because he was stuck in the game. There's only one character that was really stuck in the game this whole anime. It's not like everybody. It's just the one guy. And you know, people are just, all this weird shit's happening. People kind of figure out that he's kind of unique to it, and they just gravitate to him. They kind of like him, but also kind of suspect him at the same time, and then ends up making a couple friends and stuff. And it was just nice because they finally met in real life, and it was just like, it was a heartwarming moment for like when he met the one lady, or when she met the, see, that's the part that was weird because it's Tsukasa, you know him as the guy the whole time, and at the end it's like, oh, it looks like it was a girl. But that one, it did what, like 20 episodes, 15, something like that. It ran very weirdly timed. Like sometimes they even play it in like Saturday morning cartoons or something. Like it was a really weird timed thing. And it seemed like it had a cult following, but it didn't quite do enough well to get a second season. But then there's a bunch of spin-off fucking manga about it, and there's this huge lore behind it. And then they have the video games, and the video games were awesome. The ones with Kite on it, and then the last one you actually get, like, you actually meet Tsukasa and Bear and Black Rose and all that. Like the deep dive into it is really fucking cool. And then they had the GU, which had like then kind of took away from Tsukasa stuff and went back to Kite when Kite's on like the bad guy. It was all the data drains. It's if you want a good Sword Art Online experience that isn't Sword Art Online, watch the first Dot Hack, do Dot Hack Sign, and then go play like the original PS2. Like you might have to emulate, or if you still have your PS2, good on you. I had them. I still played them all the time when I played them in college, or I still have my PS2. Go play the games. You can get, then you can play GU Recoded, I believe, on PS4. That's really good too, and that kind of finalizes the whole thing. And there's other. I think GU also had an anime and a movie, but it was not as good. I don't want to fight. I just want to find these fucking frogs, and that's all this goddamn episode's gonna be, apparently. Fine. You wanna get in my area? Fuck around and find out. You will fuck around and find out. Behind you, bitch. Oh, frozen. No. Barry. Out. Okay. Want spear now. Spear your ass. Tempest this bitch. Ugh. Big furry fucks. You big furry testicles. Fucking parry your ass. Fuck you. Hit you right in the tusk. Big fat ball sack looking motherfucker. I just want to find frogs and be done with it. I remember I actually had to fucking look through a goddamn playthrough to find these frogs last time, because fuck this lady's quest. Right in her curly haired tits. I'm glad you found a recipe. I'm trying to find fucking frogs. Get out of here. Let it just over. Okay, one fucking more. What are the chances it's gonna be? Quit moaning, I'm trying to listen to the frogs. Ah. Got your ass. Hey, look at me. Finish the quest.
That should do it.
Fuck.
All the bounce has gone out of me. Let's present the whole to Sonya.
The gift of frogs for
Fuck you. I'm gonna go get this goddamn fishing spot first. So I don't have to fucking walk here again. Yeah. I'll call it there. Let me know in the comments below what's your favorite anime. If you agree with the ones that I like, and if you have any ideas for abridged stuff. And this has been to Big Mike of the trees of the company and Final Fantasy 15. And it's okay if you're a weeb, because I'm a weeb too. And it's fine. And we'll be out together. Like and subscribe. Love you. Bye.